Good morning, it's Sharon from Stampin' with Sharon, Sharon Wilson, Stampin' with Sharon. Good morning, how are you today? It's Thursday morning. I know I'm a day early, but I've got something on in the morning tomorrow, and I just didn't want to risk saying that I'll be here at 10 tomorrow and then I'm not here. So I wanted to make sure that I was online doing my Facebook Live this week, and yeah, today was the day. Today was just the easiest day to do it. So welcome. I hope you're having a lovely morning. Sorry, I'm just going to fix my hair a bit. Like it's a bit backwards, but anyway. That didn't really do much. Good morning. It's great to be with you again today. I wanted to share with you a couple of cards that I've made recently. Back in January I did them, and I did one of them, well, I think I did them both really sped up, and I've had a couple of comments online on YouTube saying that it was way too quick, and so can you slow it down? So I thought I would take the opportunity and show you those cards that are using the Paradise Palms stamp set, and where am I? There we go. Sorry, I was just looking for the page number. So this stamp set here, so I want to just show you show you the two cards I've created with this one. So one of them is actually based off this card here, and the other one's using blending brushes. So the blending brushes, I'll use the blending brushes on the other card, which is quite different to this one. But so I wanted to just show you the cards, and yeah, I hope you like them. But yeah, I'm using the mini catalogue today. This is until the end of June, so you can get this stamp set. Get this stamp set right now. It's $41 if you're in Australia. You can also get it as a bundle with the dies, and together you save 10%, so it's $91.75 rather than $102. So I'm going to get going with this one. I'll just leave that to the side. Now, this is the new catalogue, which I think I showed you last week. So there's some fabulous things in here. Actually, did I show you last week? Yes, I did, because it was available last week. Sorry. My brain is not quite there right now. So what I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to do this one first. So I'm going to do something similar to this one right now. It is very, very similar. It's longer. So once I grab all my cardstock and my paper trimmer, I can show you. So originally on this card, I actually used, what was it, Just Jade. I used Just Jade ink, but because that has now retired, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use Shaded Spruce, but I'm going to, I'm going to use Shaded Spruce. I'm going to stamp off before I actually stamp it, just to bring it down a bit in colour, because I think it's just a bit too stark for this particular card. And so I'm wanting to have just a small border on either side, but I want it the full length of the card. So I'm wanting, I think I want a bit narrower than that. So let's just go 10. And my blade needs changing, but I couldn't quite find my blades in time before I got online. So I was a bit later getting online, sorry, than I was hoping to be. So this is our card that we're going to use, and we're also going to use a bit of scrap as well. So the stamp set is Paradise Palms, and I'm just going to grab some of my blocks just to mount some stamps. So I'm going to need the tree. Is it that one I want? Yeah, that one and that one. So I want both of the trunks, and I want both of the tops, I believe. And then I'm going to get the grass and the sand, and then just some words. So I'll mount happy birthday. So I don't think you can ever have too many birthday cards. And hope you find a little paradise wherever you are. And I will need the sun as well. So that's the sun. You've actually got coconuts, so I could add some coconuts. See the little coconuts here. I could add some of them as well, but I'm not going to at the moment. I'm going to leave it at that, I think. All right. Just pop that one down. And I've got some blending brushes that I'll use as well. So we'll start by stamping the palm leaves. And as I said, I just want to stamp off. It's still quite dark, but I'm just going to stamp a couple of these, of each of these. So I don't want it too much. I don't want it too in your face, so to speak. So, so we're going to cut them out with our, what's it called? Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the coordinating dies. So there's the coordinating dies. So we're going to use these two. There's quite a few dies in here, and so you can make up, you can do some beautiful cards with this one. You can just use silhouette, you could cut out just black cardstock and do a couple of silhouettes on the background, but let's just go with what we have for the moment. So with this one I want to do some, oh, I grabbed grey granite. Wrong colour. I'm just going to go grab, I should have grabbed, what is it, Sahara sand. I'll be back in just a second. Sorry, Sahara sand is the one I want. So that's going to be the sand. I don't want it too dark. You can use these as clouds as well. And the trees, I want to do 3 trees. So I'm going to have one about there, and you're doing full strength on these ones. Oh, they didn't turn out as well as I was hoping. That's okay. And then the shaded spruce again, and I want to just create some grass down the bottom. Again, I'm going to stamp off. I also wanted to come on a bit earlier today because I've got a shopping delivery coming, a food delivery coming today too. There's all these things that are happening at the moment in our house. So I'm going to bring over the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm hoping you can see this well enough. And I'm going to chop these guys out. I'm going to create my sandwich. So I can chop out both at the same time. I'm hoping that's not my Woolies delivery that's coming like an hour early. If it is, I may have to open the door and bring some shopping in and then come back to you. Create the sandwich again. So I've got my two plates, the two platforms, and then I have one of my plates, and then I've got the cardstock and then the dies. You can use post-it notes to hold these in place, but I just lay them down and hope that they stay where they're meant to stay. Which I think, yeah, mostly okay. They're mostly okay. So grab my dimensionals and my seal. Okay. So we've got these ones here. And so it's a matter of where you want to lay your palm trees. So you want to do that. But I need to do the sun as well. Which I moved my ink pads, so now I'm not quite sure where I put them. There they are. They're right in front of me. They're right here. So I want to do the sun. And I want to pick up a tiny bit of ink as well. I just want to sort of make it a bit more shiny. More shiny in the sky. I did actually, because I'm looking at the card that I did, I think I actually made it a bit more shiny in the background of all the trees. I don't think I actually did the sun now that I'm looking at the card, but that's okay. I will do the sun so I can peek through. And we want to put dimensionals on the back of these guys. Morning, Sally. How are you today? I'm keeping everyone on their toes because I keep doing my Facebook Lives at different times. It's not my intention. I'm wanting to be more consistent. But I think that's just the way my life is at the moment. Inconsistent. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a double double embellishment, double dimensional on these ones, just to lift this up a tiny bit more. So you can see I've actually got two. I don't know if you can actually see it very well, but there's actually two on there, and so that just lifts it up that little bit extra. And then I'm going to use Bermuda Bay for my sentiment. So let's go. I might go over this side with a happy birthday. Like that. And I'm going to trim down this one. And I'm going to put this on the inside of the card. So I'm going to trim it down to about 14.3 by 10 centimeters. And I'm going to be able to stick that inside. So I'm using a Bermuda Bay card base. And hope you find a little paradise wherever you are for the birthday. I've got my iPad in front of me, so I'm sort of watching that my iPad's pausing. I don't know if that's me or whether that's just my iPad. Also on the inside, I'm just going to stamp another tree. So grab my Sahara sand. I'm going to do it over this side. And my shaded spruce. Stamp off. Oh, that wasn't. See how that doesn't join? That's not good. So let's, you know how I didn't get out those coconuts earlier? I think this is where the coconuts are going to come really, really handy. Maybe I'll just do Sahara sand. Here we go. I think I fixed it enough. What do you think? All right, let's assemble. Let's assemble. My seal is right in front of me. I'm about to finish one. There we go. That's finished. And again, as always, whenever I change out my seals, I always make sure I pull out all the goobly bits. On the inside, and then because this is actually full length, it should just fit perfectly on top. And there's the first card. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to see if I can, I'm going to get on my phone because it appears as if maybe I'm having a bit of an issue with Wi-Fi. I hope I'm not, but I'll grab my phone out as well. Oh, whoops, there we go. I have sound. Let's see. I've now got my phone on and my iPad, so it could be just my iPad. Technical gobbly bits, yes it is. Is the technical term, the gobbly. So that's my first card. The second one is a little simpler. It is using, I'm just going to go back to my, go back to YouTube because I need to have a look at what my card was like, what layers I had. I can't quite remember my layers. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? I'll see if I can show you the card that I'm talking about. There we go, that one. So, oh, of course it comes up with an ad. Okay, let's see if I can get to the very end. Come on, go big. Alright, so that's the card I'm looking at recreating. So I've had quite a few comments on this one saying, how did you do that? How did you do it? So I'm going to recreate that right now. So that's my way of going, okay, what am I doing? Two people commented going, it's too fast, it's too fast. So let's slow it down. So I'm going to grab out my white and trim this down to 10 centimeters. I'm going to get my black. And I'm going to make it it's going to be a black card base. Whoops. I don't know if that just cut it. No, it didn't. Yay, that's good. I heard a scrape and I thought, oh, that's cut the card. No, I do need new blades. It's like I'm very furry right there. Now I'm just going to grab another piece of white and just do another insert, because I'll definitely need an insert on this one, otherwise people will not be able to read what we're writing. I'm going to need to bring my Big Shot back in because, where is my, there it is. So for my Big Shot, I'm going to use Post-it notes. And my circle dies, because I'm going to create a mask. Now I don't want a really big one, so I'm going to go with the smallest circle, that one there, and I'm just going to grab off a couple. I'm just going to turn it upside down to try and not get too many of the bits and pieces from the previous cutting. There we go. So I can put that one back on there. I think I must need to upgrade my iPad then, Sally, do you reckon? So it seems like if my iPad kept dropping out. Alright, so I've got my circle. And what I want to do is I actually want to... Wow, that's very big still. That's very big still. That's going to be fun. Let's work with it. Now, I've got some polished pink. Oh, I do need to clean stamps as well. Or do I? Oh, not really, actually. The grass one, yes. And this one, yeah, we'll need to clean some stamps. So I'll just do a quick clean, and I need to get another stamp out because I'm going to do a different tree for this card. I'm going to do the set of 3. Have you got yourselves a Stampin' scrub yet? I do love my Stampin' scrub. It's how I met Sally. She wanted a Stampin' scrub or a cleaner. This is a really good tool. But I do like my Simply Chamois for quick cleaning or when I'm traveling. That's really helpful when I'm traveling. So this one, I actually need these ones. This card. And I don't need my sun. I don't need... Oh, I do need them. Hang on. I need them. Yes, I do. I didn't think I did, but I do. And I just need my triple trees. Okay. Let's see if I can move a few things off to the side. So I'm going to use three blending brushes. I do have a bit of ink on them. I'm hoping it won't come off too much. Now, the best way is always start with sort of one of the lighter colours. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bit of yellow down here. I'm using Mango Melody for this one. And because I've got my mask there, obviously there's not going to be any ink that's going to go over the top of that. Over where I don't want ink, obviously. So this is basically going to be the bright sun or the moon coming up, whatever you'd like. It could be either, really. I'm going to try and bring in a bit of pink. Hang on. Oh, that's the orange one. Let's try and spin it around and get a good bit of pink into the sky. You're not gonna notice the pink, I don't think, as much. But on the original one you don't. I'm gonna try and get a good amount of pink into it, so it's a nice sunset. Just blend it in. Sorry if I'm moving everything. And then we're gonna get a bit of pumpkin pie. I'm just going to keep working in silver in circular motions. Until I'm sort of happy with the result. Yeah, I think I'm happy. Almost happy with that. Yep. I think I'm good. So once you have those done, you can then start working with, let's just skip that one over. So I've got a bit of a clean slate. You can take off your mask and you're left obviously with a great big white circle. So then you want to, oops, work out what stamp you want. I'm going to use black because I'm going to do a bit of a, it's going to be silhouetted, more of a silhouette stamp, silhouette card. And so I want to have some of the palm tree going over where I had the mask. Go, and I want to do another one a bit more here, but a bit more of a lean. And then I come in with the sand or the earth. And I want to try and make this as dark as possible. So going over it a few times is probably not a bad thing. You want your grass as well. I don't want too much of the grass sort of sticking up, just a tiny bit. Just like that. And then we've got these trees. So these are the little ones. And these are going to be looking a bit further away. So I don't want them as tall as the other two. Just like that. Oh, I do want that still. I still need that one. Okay. The inside, we might just stamp that as well. So I'm going to do the paradise one again. And then I think I'll just do these trees, the triple trees on the inside. I did bring over, I was bringing over my oval punch. So the double oval punch, this is still current, I believe. I assume it's still current. I didn't look. That's what I probably need to do. I need to make sure it is actually current. I'm pretty sure it is still current. But you never know, maybe it's not. Have a quick look through. There it is. Yeah, the double oval. It's actually going up in price to it's gone up in price to $34. So I got it at $31, but some of the prices have actually gone up of late because of shipping and what have you. So yeah, so I'm just going to punch out, I can't really do it, that's all right. I'm just going to punch out an oval and stamp my happy birthday on there. And wonder whether I should do a double layer. I think I worked out it was a bit too much. That's not even straight. Oh my, that's not even straight. I didn't stamp straight at all. Excuse my head. It's a bit better. Yeah, well, a bit better. But I think, yeah, it's just a bit too much, I think, on that one. Unless yeah, it's just too much. If it was a bit smaller, if the scallop was a tiny bit smaller, I probably would, but because it's so big, like that's just, I almost feels like I need one more layer in between that. So I think I'm going to leave it as just the single one. And grab my dimensionals again, which I've lost. There they are. They fell on the floor. And I'll move it down a tiny bit so it's sort of, you can see it with the black. Fold my black cardstock. And on the inside, we'll put our insert. And there you have it. There's my other card. So two simple, well, I don't know, they're not actually that simple. You probably need too many products for a new stamper. This one's pretty good. Like, you've got blending brushes and a punch. Yeah, so there's not a lot in this one that's required. But yeah, I like this one. It's a beautiful sunset. It's yeah, I love it. And then you've got this one that's yeah, just nice beachy feel, and yeah. So that's all I have for you today. This is the stamp set. It was the Paradise Palms stamp set and dies. So you can fussy cut out the palm leaves, the palm leaves. You can fussy cut that out, which is what I did on my first card. When I first created this one, I did fussy cut it. But I have the dies now, so I've used them. And yeah. And also want to remind you, if you live in Australia, there's actually a promotion for Stampin' Up! Right now where you can get you can purchase your starter kit and get an extra $116 worth of in-colour products within your starter kit. So you get what, $235, about $340 worth of product for only $169. So it's a bargain of the year, I reckon. So if you want to join my team, it is a great team. Yeah, I love it. So I'd love to have you join me. But these are my cards and projects today, and I hope you've enjoyed them. I will see you next week. I believe I should be back to 10 a.m. on Friday next week. God willing. So hope to see you then, and I'll go back to my face. Hi. I hope to see you next week, and have a good week, have a good weekend, be healthy, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.